finish.
Right here is a short right hand. I think it was just accumulation of so many blows earlier that it wasn't any one.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with gold, official weight 126 pounds, a perfect professional record consisting of 23 bouts, 23 victories, including 14 knockouts. Originally from Barrinas, Venezuela, now training and fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, here is the undefeated Jorge Niño de Oro Linares. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue, white, and green, official weight 126 pounds. His professional record, 59 victories, including 37 knockouts against 5 defeats, with 1 bout even. Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Mexico, the former super bantamweight champion of the world, Oscar Chololo Larios.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC World Featherweight title. You've received your instructions in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you. Any punches below these points are going to be called low. Golpes debajo de este punto será llamado bajo. With that said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Obedezcan mis comandos y protegerse a su mismo siempre. Touch them up now. Good luck to both of you. Tóquenlos. Buena suerte a ambos.
Offensive threats. Looping punches, his trademark. 6-foot mark. Way to put me in my place there.
Yeah.
Really skying towards 6 feet, but they're definitely tall. And has connected a couple of times. The shorter, straighter punches.
In the first 3 or 4 rounds, but that by the fourth, be very competitive. He knows that Linares' speed and boxing ability.
Linares, as he moves to his left, and keeps bumping.
Making him fight a little faster than he probably would like.
Oh, and Larios momentarily stopped bouncing. Linares took perfect advantage to tell and knew well what was going on in the corner. Copy about 14 connected punches in the last Jorge Linares, and as you said, Emmanuel, his left hand wandered as he tries to set up to throw those looping right hand shots. Good series of punches by Linares here, and Larios,
a special kind of action fighter.
Good shot to the head. Uppercut to momentarily back Larios off. Great team in Seoul, Korea that included Roy Jones. Well, Riddick Bowe was the super heavyweight for the USA.
Yes.
90. Linares with a 26-12 connected advantage in the second round, and he's been accurate both upstairs and downstairs.
And what he has to do, Larios, meaning he knows that he can't compete with Linares' effect on wearing out Linares at this stage.
He's putting the punches together beautifully. They're coming in accurately, hard, and fast.
But Larios is making it closer and closer and closing the gap right now.
As he said,
Linares to a certain hangs his arms out to the side to try to land to Larios' body.
And Larios is rounds going down into the stretch. Punches that he was getting hit with her, that's another. His defense has improved a lot.
Larios digging too hard to get there.
Out like he does there, opens up the glove and pushes Larios off.
And he's forcing Linares to continually move.
He's making him work. Larios is not maybe landing clean punches, and he's...
What an undercard, and now a highly skilled boxing match. Perfectly thrown body shots by Linares. And now a 3-punch combination upstairs. Great uppercut. And Larios is a pleasure to watch fight.
No doubt.
Those long punches. Linares in the black trunks with gold. Look at the hand speed of Jorge Linares.
And also the accuracy.
Fighting in a style that's highly reminiscent of Latino boxing fans who have so sturdily supported the sport for the last 15, 20 years.
But at this stage of Oscar De La Hoya's, Oscar had such a...
One dominant weapon from Linares to match what Oscar's left hook always was. Have on your punches because you're not setting your feet.
Yeah. And right there, you saw right
Great
hand.
body shot by Larios with the left hand.
And a right hand that knocked the mouthpiece out of Linares, too.
And immediately with his hand speed, accuracy, and boxing skills, Linares makes another.
And it's amazing. I mean, Larios wings him, and most of the punches coming from Linares are very accurate, very short.
In the face of the
Japanese trainer, he also gets corner, even though we don't know anything really about numbers in round 5. Larios was 19 out of 62, and Linares was 20 punches. The 19 connect, a high water number in the fight means you're capable of letting your hands.
He's slipping and picking a lot of those punches off.
Pretty good little left hook by Linares. You'll see Winky Wright doing that later on tonight against Bernard Hopkins.
Yes, Linares' body punches seem to be, in fact, Jim, in response to
advantage of it.
Linares even glanced up at the clock at one point.
Great left uppercut.
Great uppercut.
That staggered Larios.
And now Larios momentarily in trouble, and Linares trying to compound the damage.
And the same punch will work again if he shoots it underneath.
He threw that left uppercut. Larios' legs turned to jelly.
2 great body shots from Linares. Straight right hand. Another straight right hand, and another. Brilliant rally down the stretch by Jorge Linares. 36 out of 85. Jorge Linares threw 113 punches. Let him go like that. You can do some damage, and he did. Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Look at him. 5 rounds to 1.
Oh, big right hand by Linares. Keep going.
5 rounds to 1. 50.
Now, Linares is moving forward now and making Larios back up a little bit.
Yeah, and suddenly Larios is reluctant to throw his wide shots go from both sides. Now Oscar wants to try to combine them the way Linares does.
Because he need to keep bringing those left uppercuts. But there you go. That's the punch that he lands more effective. Because the straight punches, for whatever reason, Larios aggression. Larios is coming in very aggressive, but not able to land clean blows.
You know, I would amend that just slightly. I think it is effective aggression, but it's in the face of such outstanding boxing skill that it's not effective.
Rounds it would take advantage of it, but the way he's getting hit, I don't know if that's going to make much difference.
That kind of dividend pressure, as you say, was not enough. It started to change the momentum a bit, and yet through it, and just continue doing what he does.
Well, I think the 21-year-old has made an impression with his body punching. Larios' punches don't seem to have the same impact that they had in the first 3 or 4 rounds, and Linares is taking advantage.
When I watch him work, 8 punch combinations, most of them landing 6 and 8 punches at a time.
And Oscar Larios' face, most particularly his left eye, beginning to show the results of Jorge Linares' consistent accuracy and sharp punching throughout the fight. Another fast combination of body punches from Linares, and he goes upstairs.
As I said, the dividends he was expecting later on is beginning to pay off now. He's getting tired now, so he's misjudging his distance. He's thinking he's further away than he is. He's still too close.
The determination of
more skilled boxing envelope as the better balance of Linares and the sharper punching continues to make a big difference. What a combination that was.
Jim, he put together about 10.
Back at him again without letting him rest.
Left hook by Larios, bigger left hook to the body by Linares. That backs Larios off. Linares notices and comes back to the body 4 more times.
Larios looked hurt by that left hook to the body.
Body punches.
Linares, for a 21-year-old fighter, is extremely...
The commission better have a good jab to keep Hopkins away from his 300 grand, Jim.
Frankly, ticket sales have not been spectacular, and there are some cynics here in Las Vegas who wondered if Hopkins did that to try to generate some more media coverage and more attention for the fight. I think Larios is getting weary, Emmanuel.
Yeah, that is because Linares is putting his combinations together, body and head. He's breaking them down with both.
Linares' hand speed has in no way diminished. He's able, when he wants to put his punches together in both.
Left hook to the body really started to hurt Larios. And Jim, as you mentioned, Linares is so aware of what's going on in the ring because since that time, Linares.
I've been very impressed because, a great development fight for him.
Look at the body punching continue from Linares. Larios lands. Linares tries to put together 4 or 5 in a hurry. Still, Oscar Larios trying to say to Linares, look, I'm a man in here. You're still a boy. You're not supposed to be able to deal with me the way you've done so far.
Well, at the fighters meeting, that was the main thing. He said he was dependent on his experience going down the stretch.
Yeah, the boy can box and the boy can fight. boy can box.
There may be quite a number of viewers out there getting ready to watch Bernard Hopkins and Winky Wright, who will look back in the next couple of years and say, that was the night that I first saw Michael Katsidis.
They are future big stars.
And they're stealing the show unless Hopkins and Wright can provide considerable excitement in their fight.
Amensaad and Larios, worthy fighters.
Absolutely.
Admirable fighters. Linares and Katsidis, special fighters.
Let go on the inside. Time!
59 wins in 65 previous fights. This is against a guy who lost a margin than the margin by which he might lose this fight on the scorecard. This is an eye-catching performance by Linares.
Great right hand.
And he has hurt Oscar Larios with a series of combinations to the head in this round. After focusing to the body in the two preceding rounds, Linares quickly brought it back upstairs here and is making his point again.
Jim,
as he continues to press forward in the face of the assault. And personally, I can't stop. He looks too good. He also has, Emmanuel, what I think of as subtle defensive skill, in the sense that you'll make contact with him, but you don't make solid square contact with him.
No, he's got good eyes, as we say in Tennessee, just enough to let you miss him. He doesn't make a lot of unnecessary moves neither.
And you know, Jim, part of the reason I think he can, oh, what a right hand. That's the end of this fight. That's the end of this fight.
And Linares very calmly walks to the neutral corner because he knows he's got his man. Larios still wobbling badly. And Vic Draculic stops the fight. What a way to close the show. What a stunning debut. What a stunning debut in America.
Even the right hands he was getting caught with, I think, were more because he's not thinking exclusively defense. He's not scared to get hit, even though he has, and maybe because he has such a good, responsible defense. And so occasionally, he will get hit. Linares, that is.
Brilliant performance by a 21-year-old fighter. He will turn 22 on August 22nd, 1 month from tomorrow. 24 wins, 15 by knockout now for Jorge Linares. Let's take a look at the finish.
Right here is a short right hand. I think it was just accumulation of so many blows earlier that it wasn't any one punch was going to be effective, but just accumulation. And his beautiful awareness of everything and sense of distance was amazing.
He joins Israel Vasquez and the young Agapito Sanchez in becoming the third fighter to score a knockout victory over Oscar Larios.
Yeah, and he did it the hard way, too.
He built it round by round.
Yes, under a lot of pressure.
Brilliant performance once again, and now let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vic Draculic calls a halt to this contest. The winner and new champion, representing Taken Boxing from Tokyo, he is the fighting pride of Venezuela and new WBC Featherweight Champion of the World, Jorge Niño de Oro Linares.